Hello, good people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. They're still talking about Soludo, the governor of Anambra State, and Peter Obi, and the way he lambasted Peter some few hours ago was not received with joy, especially by the Ndibos. Shockingly, his own son Uzoma, has also spoken about the whole thing that is happening between his father, which is called opinion piece, and Peter Obi. The young man even opened up to Nigerians that he would appreciate not being dragged into this. I am not an extension of anybody. I have my own opinion, and I have always said I think Peter is the best candidate. All this has nothing to do with me. The young man is just trying to make sure he exempts himself from whatever issues that is ongoing between his father and Peter Obi. But guess what? For the person of Soludo, some other key important personalities in the Southeast have decided to speak up against him. And one of them is Professor Fabian Osoji, the man who proved Soludo's professorship, and along with Obi Ezekwesili and Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, all of them, they say they recommended Soludo to Obasanjo as CBN governor. They have reacted to his tirades against Peter Obi. We're going to be reading a piece written by Professor Fabian Osoji, which has also attracted a lot of reactions from Nigerians. But before we do all of that, please, if you've not subscribed to our channel, do well hit on the red subscribe button and also on the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. All right, according to the write-up by Professor Fabian Soji, I'm going to read exactly what the man have to tell Nigerians. And it starts this way. The man says, I am thoroughly embarrassed about the level of hostility being exhibited by our brother and friend Professor Charles Soludo towards Peter Obi. He cannot claim to be self-made. People like us participated in making him. I was pro-chancellor and chairman of council at the University of Nigeria when his papers came for approval for professorship. I could have found reasons to withhold or deny assent, but we put him out and praise his work. That made President Olusegun Obasanjo appoint him economic advisor without hesitation. 3 years later, three of us, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Obi Ezekwesili, and myself were attending a conference in Brussels when President Obasanjo called Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala was the finance minister to ask for the nomination of governor of Central Bank. We gave a unanimous vote for Professor Charles Soludo, Minister of Finance, Education, and Due Process. As Ndibos, we were proud to support our brother. He was not the sole candidate. Obasanjo gave him the position. Everyone rejoiced. That was the power of Umonna. Years later, I cannot imagine the same person who benefited resoundingly from the support of Umonna being the one to pull down his own brother who is enjoying overwhelming support elsewhere. I am truly ashamed of him. Ndibo should not allow him to get away with this. He should be made to withdraw all his damaging statement against Obi. There is still time for him to reverse himself in this matter. Ndibos must not allow him to get away with this. This is a powerful one coming from Professor Osoji. I mean, Fabian Osoji. A lot of people have reacted to it. You hit the Twitter and you're going to see massive reaction. Let me just read this one. This one said, the only thing I don't like here is mentioning Ndibos. Obi is no longer an Igbo man, but the whole Nigeria's hope. Soludo should tender an apology to us for trying to tarnish the image of our future president. Although his utterances cannot change our collective decision to vote for the person of Peter Obi. And guess what? This is coming from Hausa man. Another one here says, thank you, sir. I have been expecting Igbo elders to speak out against Soludo. God bless you, sir. This one here says, God bless you, sir. He will surely reap what he's sowing. Another one here say, my dear Professor Fabian Osoji, may I respectfully bring it to your notice that former Governor Peter Obi is not running for the presidency of Nigeria as an Igbo man or Umonna as you call it, but as a Nigerian. Whatever Governor Soludo says will not stop him. Governor Soludo, because of greed and selfishness, have destroyed himself. This one here says Soludo's problem is pound of flesh syndrome. In 1983, it was believed that Chief Jim Nwobudu would have won the governorship tussle in the whole Anambra state between NPP and MPN at the Supreme Court if the then Vice President Dr. Alex Ekwueme did not get involved on behalf of his ruling party at the center. The MPN Nwodu never forgave Ekwueme. Ekwueme was the arrowhead together with Abubakar, Rimi, and co in the formation of PDP in 1998-1999. Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, against his wish, was ferried from detention to come contest against Ekwueme. Nwodu, against every imagination, ran against Ekwueme to deplete his vote at the party's primary. He never forgave Ekwueme, and so indirectly working for Obasanjo. At the end, Obasanjo won, became Obasanjo. At the end, Obasanjo won, became the president, and Nwodu was rewarded with a ministerial appointment. But at the end, what became of Nwodu and Obasanjo's relationship? Nwodu lost almost all that he had gained. I hear Peter Obi supported Obiano against Soludo for his succession race. Soludo has not forgotten. He thinks that this is a payback time. Men actually repeat history, but I dare say that the difference in the scenario is that Obi will win and those looking for pound of flesh will say, had I known. It is in your own interest that you do not work against God's interest, even if you are aggrieved. A station time serves 9. Soludo, shield your sword now. This one here say he's jealous and envious of Peter because they were surprised how the grace of God is working on him. But if God destined Peter Obi for president, even their cries won't stop him. Another person here says, no need to force him to recant. It can't be like Father Mbaka, who would later say he was compelled. Peter Obi presidency is not dependent on his opinion, but the will of God and the masses of Nigeria. Soludo's ladder will come crashing down. This one says, Mrs. Okonjo-Iweala, apparently livid, described the former CBN governor as an embittered loser in the Nigerian political space who is so derailed to commit intellectual harakiri by deliberately misquoting economic facts and maliciously turning statistics on their heads to justify a hatchet job. Soludo has shamelessly pandered to so many past leaders that Nigeria are asking one more time, what position is Soludo gunning for? There is definitely an issue of character with Professor Charles Soludo and his desperate search for power and relevance in Nigeria. Nigerians should therefore beware of so-called intellectuals without character and wisdom because this combination is fatal. Wow, this one said this is an elder statesman within the Igbo instruction, which more of his type will see through the lenses, but a man's enemy are members of his household. I mean, a lot of people are just talking, and I don't know how he will be feeling right now, hearing Nigerians opening up on that embittered statement that he had made against Peter Obi. But the truth remains that what God has kept as glory for you, no man can take it away from you. Let's go to our conversation. What's your standpoint on what Professor Soji had to tell Nigerians about Soludo?